Joining us is a familiar face. We have Sheri Jones, an award-winning longtime anchor at WLNS TV6 and very involved with Crime Stoppers of Mid-Michigan. Sheri, you've been involved for many years.
Absolutely. Hi, Bob. Thank you so much for having me. I am just honored to be here, and you know what I think about you and Tiffany now, and just grateful to have this opportunity to talk about Crime Stoppers. But yes, I was a wee young lady when I first got involved in Crime Stoppers. It started in 1989, and Dr. Bob Trojanowitz from Michigan State, the criminal justice chair, was instrumental, along with Jim and Cassie Hias, of bringing Crime Stoppers of Mid-Michigan to the area. And Dr. Trojanowitz unfortunately had a very untimely heart attack. And at that time, I was the crime beat reporter for TV6. And so they knew that I was involved with law enforcement. So the board asked me to come along, and myself and Eric Seth. Now that's a name for a lot of people a long time ago. He was in radio. So we kind of shared the duties of being the spokesperson for Crime Stoppers. And then Eric retired, so I was blessed to be able to take over that role and have now been doing it for 25 plus years. So the great thing about this program is it partners the media with law enforcement and the community. So really, it's a triangle.
Well, and this is the good news, is that this program works. And actually, I know that you have the numbers to prove that. So can you talk a little bit more about the numbers that you have?
Sure. This is in 2018, we profiled 70 fugitives, 57 of them were caught, and that's 81% success rate.
Wow.
People want to make their community safe. I've had business owners call and say the person that you profiled on Crime Stoppers is in our parking lot right now picking up his girlfriend. And I'm like, hold on. And then I call the police and then I put them together and then they go apprehend them.
You're actually finding fugitives not only in mid-Michigan, but really from all over.
I know, you can't believe it. We have extradited based on people's tips that they're calling into Crime Stoppers as far away as Florida, Texas, the state of Washington, California, Arkansas, Iowa, Las Vegas, Mississippi, and even Mexico.
Are there stories or cases that stand out?
We had a serial bank robber in town, and we were able to get a really good surveillance picture of him. And we put that out there. And we had a mom and her soon-to-be daughter-in-law come to the station and ask to see that video. And the woman said, "That is my son." And the young lady said, "That is my fiance." And it was devastating to see them come to that realization. But that is the way that this happens. We put things out. These are people right in our own community. Everybody works together. We put the stories out there. We profile unsolved homicides. We profile missing people. We talk about fugitive felons who are on the run. And this is every Wednesday night at 11 o'clock. And people then see those and they call in a tip anonymously. It's amazingly successful. I think sometimes that the reward money has a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
People, it's up to $1,000 if you're providing a tip on a homicide. And we have solved many homicides. Ingham County, Jackson County, Ionia County, tips that have come in. It's like that missing link, that one piece of evidence that can help put that puzzle together. And we also profile fugitive felons. Last year 2019 was our 30th anniversary. Our success rate for that year alone, just the past year, was close to 80%. So we would air 4 felons, say, on a Wednesday night, and within 24 to 48 hours, at least 3 of them were behind bars.
What would you say to somebody who's watching right now who may know something and has been holding off?
I think that if it's on your heart to come forward, it's a big burden to live with, knowing something. I worked on the Jeanette Kirby homicide, and someone carried around something in a hat for 12 years. 12 years, and finally came forward with this piece of information, physical piece of information that he had in his hat. And the detectives were able to take that physical piece of information, run DNA and ballistics and some other things against it, and were able to solve that crime. He remembered, hey, I think I have something, and came forward, and that gave that mom justice and peace after 16 years. So sometimes when these things happen in your life, and you know that you can make someone else's life better, it takes the burden off you. So I would encourage you to do that, and to be able to trust the system, trust Crime Stoppers, to bring some closure to some of these families who are living with this every day. An exciting thing to tell you about launching in 2021. I'm going to be working with TV6, the cold case unit from Lansing Police, and we're going to take another look, a deep dive at some of these unsolved homicides that we have. And there's probably 2 or 3 from every year going back 20, 25 years. I'm going to see how far my records go, but we're going to take a deep dive and update some of those stories. So people say, we haven't forgotten. And I think that's the main thing. Families just want to feel like they haven't been forgotten, and that their child hasn't been forgotten. So we're going to do that coming up starting in February. So I'm excited about that.
How do people get more information, or if they have a tip, what should they do?
So, Bob, if anybody wants to learn more about Crime Stoppers of Mid-Michigan, you can just go onto our website, crimestoppersofmidmichigan.com. And we are a nonprofit organization. So we continually are raising funds because we have to pay out these rewards. And we are paying out these rewards with an 80% success rate.
Well, Sheri, thank you so much for what you do in the community, and especially for Crime Stoppers. You've helped a lot of people along the way, and we appreciate that. One of the things that I always do with everyone that I interview is ask the question, Sheri Jones, can you tell me something good?
Oh, I can always tell you something good. I really do try to live in a state of gratitude every day. I think it's so important, especially in the times that we're living right now, is to kind of just wake up and have the attitude that it's my first day of life, and I embrace the sunshine. I embrace all the goodness that the day has to offer ahead of me. And I think that if I would encourage everyone to do that, especially with the Thanksgiving holiday, is to really take some time. There's always stressors in our lives. Everybody is going through something, but it's important to count our blessings, literally, to start maybe a gratitude journal or something, and then to live every day like it's your last day, to just try to chuck it full with everything that you can think of that is good. And if you're thinking about somebody, we have the technology now to let that person know, whether just a text or an email or a phone call or the Zoom call. I miss seeing your face, and just to let people know that I'm a stone kind of rock kind of girl. I carry a lot of stones. And this one says strength. This one says faith. And this one says love. So those are the 3 that I have today. Your friend Deborah Hart gave these to me. So, I think it's really important just to always have a sense of gratitude. So that is something I try to do every day. So that is definitely something good.
That is wonderful. Sheri, you are amazing. Thank you for what you do, and thank you for taking time out.
Thank you, Bob. Enjoy your day. Have a great Thanksgiving.